Hi, super scientists! So by now, you should have picked up your science kit from Laura and Eden, which is awesome because there's some really fun and amazing things in here. I'm here to tell you about our first assignment with it. Before you even get started on this assignment, though, you should be able to see that there's this paper in the kit. On the one side is a letter for your families that's really quick. And then there's this thing right here that says everything that should be in the kits. So we put together 400 of these kits for everybody at Laura and Eden. And inside of each kit, there are over 100 different individual objects. So many things in here. It's super possible that we forgot something in your kit. And we're sorry that we did that. But that's what happens when you make so many of these. Okay, so what this is saying everything that's in the kit. You should go through it and see, do you have everything? Especially, are you missing, there's 6 different of these bags which have more materials inside of them. Are you missing any of those bags? You should definitely have all 6 of those bags. And then inside of each bag, there's different stuff. So you need to go through and make sure you have everything in that bag. It's not really an assignment, it's just something that you should do to make sure you have everything, okay? And if you're missing something, send me an email, sl511@husd.k12.ca.us. Tell me what you're missing and I'll get it to you for your next material pickup, okay? Okay, but that's just to start you off. The very first actual assignment that you're going to do with these kits is a Flipgrid assignment. Okay, so you can see on my other screen here is the Flipgrid page that you will go to. It's going to be posted on Seesaw, it's going to be posted on Google Classroom. I'm going to try and email it to your parents. When you click on the link for the Seesaw video, this is what's going to come up. Okay, let me really quickly read through all the instructions for this assignment for you all, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more about exactly what I'm trying to say. But first, let's just read through the instructions so that we understand them. So, you have 2 options for this assignment. Okay? Option 1, choose any material from the science kit. Anything. Choose, let's see, I'm going to go into this bag, and I'm going to choose this thing maybe. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to use your observation skills to describe everything you can about this object. It's yellow. It's kind of squishy. It's a square. Smells a little bit like, it's a weird smell. Kind of like soap. Then you can use your inferences to say what this is. Okay, I'm not going to do that. You tell me what do you think this object is? And more importantly, what can it be used for? What could we do with this thing? Could we float it on something? What could we use this for? So things that you could talk about include what the object looks like, I already said that, how it feels, how it smells, what the object is called, how it can be used, science experiment it can use for. Importantly, you could also talk about how you could use this safely. So that's one option for the assignment. Make a video. You'll press record a response. Do a record a response, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm just going to do this really quickly. Hi, I'm Mr. Stewart, and I see this object is yellow. It's a square. Maybe I could soak up water with this. Press next. I'm just going to do this really quickly. Hi. And then I'm going to display, the name of this video is going to be whatever I think this object is called. I think this is called a sponge. Okay, so that's what I want to display as my video. I'm actually going to not post this video because it's not a real video. It's just an example, but I would press submit, and then it would come up right here next to where I made a real video. Okay, so that's one of the options. Option 2 is to go to one of the videos that's already been made, like this video, which we're going to watch in a second. Watch it, and then respond. Notice there's response videos up here already. Respond with anything that was missed in the original video. Okay? And things that because I said a lot of things in my original video, but one of the things you could say is other things that I missed, because there's always going to be more that we could talk about in every one of these objects. So Now, if you're in first grade, you have to make one video. You could either make an original video, like about a different material, like sponges, but you can only do that if nobody else has already done something about sponges. So if you want to do something about sponges and you want to be the first person to make a video, you have to look to see if nobody else has done that. So far, there's only pennies up, so you could totally make a video about sponges. Okay? Or you can make one response video. Either or if you're in first grade. If you're in 6th grade, you need to make a total of 6 videos. That's a lot of videos. But I'm asking you, this is really important for us to get an understanding of what's in this kit. You're going to make 6 videos. You can make 3 videos, that is the original video about different objects, and then 3 comments, or 5 original videos, and then 1 comment. Whatever, you just need to make 6 videos. You can, if you want to, make more videos than, like, if first graders. You could make more than 1 video. 4th graders, you can make more than 4 videos. And there's good reason for you to maybe want to do that, because I have prizes. I have some prizes. I think this assignment is the most important assignment of the entire year, where we get to learn about what's inside of our science kits, what's inside of every bag. So I have prizes for the students who make the most videos, either the most comments or the most original videos in your entire grade. You will get a prize. Your prize could be something like a bag of Legos. Lots of Legos that I'm going to give away to students who make the most. And these are really fun to engineer with. You probably played with Legos before. There's also this second kit that has a lot of things that I wasn't able to fit into our kits. And it's like a special kit. You can make things like lava lamps with this kit. It's called a Tinkerzine. Ooh, there's lots of really, really cool stuff in here. You can get this kit if you make the most videos of your grade. I also have a grand prize, which is super, super cool, for the student who makes the most and best videos in the entire school. There's a grand prize. It's a surprise. It's a really good prize, though, and that's going to be to the best student in the whole school. Every single grade, though, you will have at least 1 prize. One student from every single grade will get at least 1 prize, either one of these boxes. I think I have 8 of these boxes to give away. I got a bunch of Legos to give away. I have some other little prizes so that if there's other kids who come in 2nd place or 3rd place, I might give them kits. So don't get discouraged. I might give them something, so don't get discouraged. If you want to make a ton of videos adding on to each other from the entire school, please do. I'd like to ask you not to make another like penny video if you see a penny video up. Don't make a second sponge video if you already see a sponge video up. Right now, I'm going to play my penny video so you can see the kind of video that I'm hoping for. Okay? Before I do, I just want to say if you have any questions about this, any trouble, please email me. Again, my email is sl511@husd.k12.ca.us. Let me know if you're having any trouble, okay? You might be doing this over Thanksgiving break, so have a happy Thanksgiving. Maybe you could get some relatives if you're seeing them to help you with this. I would love that. So I'm going to play this video now so you just get an idea of what kind of video I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm going to click on this right here.
Hi kids, I'm Mr.
Make
Stewart.
it big.
The object I'm going to be talking to you about today are these things. And right away when I touch these things, I notice a couple things about them. First, I both see and feel they're very round. On the edges, they have this very smooth feeling. When I put my fingers over them, though, over the front part, there is this kind of like texture that I feel. With my eyes, I notice that they, kind of shine in the light. They're this brownish color, kind of metallic color. But some of them are a little bit more shiny than others. Some of them are a bit browner than others. These were objects I got from bag number 3 of the science kit. Smelling them, there's a metally smell to them. I happen to have heard these objects being called a couple of different things before. They've been called, I've heard, pennies or cents, coppers, and they can be used for a lot of different things. Like, first off, I can buy things with these, so they're pretty cheap. I can, but you know, these are worth 1/100th of a dollar. So if I get 100 of these, then I could buy things that are worth $1. I have 5 of them that came in my kit, so I could exchange them for a nickel. I don't think I have a nickel here, but I want to think about some other things I could use these for as well. First off, I'm noticing that they're, oh, something I didn't notice before, they're pretty hard. And one of the good clues that I know that they're hard is they make this sound when I tap them. So they're hard objects, and as we also noticed, they're pretty round, which means that they're good for something like drawing circles. So I could draw a circle with this. I could use this to draw a pretty good circle. Can you see my circle? Okay. So that's one thing I could use these objects for. Other things I could use these objects for. I could spin them. I could do that. Ooh, and listen to that sound it makes. That's pretty interesting. That's just a science experiment I could do with them. Oh, something else I could use for is I could flip them. And I could say, hey, what do you think? I want to decide with you who's going to get the bigger slice of pie. Heads, I get it. Tails, you get it. There. Oh, heads, I get the bigger slice of pie. Awesome. So that's another thing we could use them for. I can also do some fun things, some other fun experiments with them. Like if I line this up, maybe you guys have done this before if you're in a 6th grader. Whoa. What just happened? I lined all 5 of them up, and I slid one against the other, and that one moved, but the other ones didn't. Why does that happen? That's so weird. Other things I could do with them. Let's stack them. So that's one thing I could do with them on our own, is I can stack them. And then let's take an object. I'm going to get this object from my number 1 of these things, whatever they are, and then let's put this over here, and if I like slide them. Whoa, did you guys see what happened? One of those pennies moved, but the other ones didn't. Let's see if I can do that again. That worked pretty well. Did you see that? Isn't that crazy? Here's my penny. There's only 4 of them left. Can I keep on doing that? Interesting. So fascinating. So many other things that we could do with these just simple objects. I bet you there's a whole bunch of things that I didn't get to. Probably things about safety you could talk to, things about who is that guy? What is this? There's so much about just these little objects.
So that was my example video about all the different things that you could use those little objects like pennies for. But I want to talk about, that's not everything that we could use a penny for, right? So one of the things that you could do, you can make this whole brand new video, and you don't have to say as much as I did about every single object. If you just want to say 2 things, I was just trying to give lots of examples for what you could talk about. But I still missed things, even though I said so many things. So what you could do, rather than making a whole brand new video, is you could watch some other student's video and then add a comment saying other things that you could talk about. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to add a comment. So what I'm going to do to add a comment is I'm going to press this underneath the original video. I'm going to press this record a comment button. Okay. And then when I'm ready, let me get ready. Let me grab out my penny from bag number 3. Here's a penny. Okay. Where's my penny at? Here it is. So I've got a penny ready, so I'm going to record this. So I loved your previous video in which you talked about so many of the different things about pennies. Something that I noticed you didn't talk about was how you can use these safely, and that's really important. So I want to add on to what you talked about to using pennies safely. So one of the things that you should not do if you're using one of these materials, you shouldn't be throwing them at anybody, because these are really hard, like you talked about in the last video. That could hurt somebody if you could hit them in the eye, and that could be really dangerous. So we're not throwing these around. Other things is I'm noticing that they're very small, which means that if you have like a little baby brother or a little baby sister, you need to make sure that this doesn't go anywhere close to them, because then they might try and eat it, might try and swallow it, and they could choke, and it can be really, really dangerous. So that's something else that I'm thinking about when I'm looking at these pennies. Ooh, I'm also noticing you mentioned there's a little person on that. I think I've heard that that person is Abraham Lincoln. That's something that I know about these pennies. Well, I also want to read that. I also want to talk about, it looks like some pennies are different than others in terms of what they say on them. This one has the words 1977. This has 2017. What does that mean? Does anybody want to respond to this video telling me what it means? So then I pause my video when I'm done. Notice I thanked the person who made the previous video. It's kind of weird because it was actually me, but you know, for when you guys are doing this, there's going to be other students. Thank them for making their video. Just say you're adding on to what they said, and you're helping them build. I said something that they didn't talk about, and I also brought up other questions that I had that maybe somebody else could respond to with. So I'll go to next.
So
watch my video. I feel like it's good. I don't like that video. I'm going to do a different one. Take a selfie. Press confirm. Wait for it to upload. So I just want to say that while this is uploading, I'm really, really excited to see lots and lots of different videos from you guys. And I'm so excited. I'm hoping to hear from you lots of ideas for how to use all these different materials that I didn't even think about. So notice, guys, I'm not done posting this video yet. It's really important you press this little arrow right here to submit your comment. Okay? It's coming up right here. Submit your comment by pressing that right there. Now there's 2 comments on my penny video. Okay? Again, let me know if you have any questions at all about how to do this assignment. I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with. Okay, bye everyone.